SpongeBob, but the remastered one. Yeah, I know. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom was a staple for the early generation of consoles, and when everyone found out they were making a remaster, the excitement could not be contained. Until they played it.
Take a break. He's fucking mad. Oh, he's getting up.
When I first played it, I loved it so much I completed it 100% and even got the platinum trophy on PlayStation. But picking it up 2 years later, let's see if I have as good of a time the second time around. So let's hop into SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Before we begin, you know it's gonna be a banger game when you got SpongeBob cranking out the white boy dance. The game opens as Plankton creates an army of Mr. Zircons from Ratchet and Clank, and SpongeBob and Patrick are having a fun little play date. Patrick goes rap god, and Gary is vandalizing the house. You know, typical SpongeBob stuff. We gotta explore the house, which is odd because it's his house. Like, what, did he wake up with amnesia or something? I would totally go with that theory because apparently he also forgot how to read.
How do I read the signs?
But we go around collecting some shiny objects, which is going to be the currency of this game, and a golden spatula, which we'll need to unlock further levels and eventually the final boss. But we find out Plankton is being bullied like I was in the 2nd grade, and he says he'll help us collect more golden spatulas if we help him out, so we're off on this adventure.
It's your time! Come on, grab your friends!
SpongeBob travels all the way to the Jellyfish fields just to roast Squidward.
Oh my gosh, you're bald!
Pick up some spatulas and leave, but not before seeing SpongeBob's full butt. Wait, you actually see SpongeBob's butt? He was all cheeked up. We meet your typical dream stand and then Tokyo drift down the slide on our tongue. And then we get to play as Patrick and learn that Patrick wears SpongeBob's underwear sometimes.
I think SpongeBob's underwear fits quite right.
Honestly, I thought that was just something me and my cousin do. We journey to the top of the mountain to fight Zeus, and by Zeus I mean this singing blob, and we gotta stop him from giving birth or something. We finish up the fields and head to downtown, and yeah, that's exactly what downtown in a city is like. I'm from Portland, and the riots are normal at this point. People are actually expecting them, honestly, and someone is maybe probably getting fired over this spelling error. I love how they forgot to put a space between and golden. But we traverse through the city like Sonic the Hedgehog, while Gary incites more violence. We come across the Space Needle, but more trashy. Actually, never mind, that is exactly what the Space Needle looks like. We get to play as Sandy, where she shows off her Spider-Man moves. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. And apparently she's also wearing SpongeBob's underwear. At this point, I feel like I'm being left out because I'm not wearing SpongeBob's underwear. Maybe I should just buy me some of that. We play through the SpongeBob Battle Tower, which honestly sounds like a fun concept. Like, if there was a video game called SpongeBob Battle Tower, I'd probably never stop playing it. We run over and compliment Patrick's cock real quick.
Hey, Patrick.
Sock, sorry, God, I meant sock. And we head to Goo Lagoon, or should I say 4 Pixel Lagoon. We gotta recreate my 4th grade science project by reflecting light, and then watch kids get carried away by the balloons like that one Pokemon creepypasta. He's having a great time, look at him. We make it to the carnival, but I guess it's closed?
SpongeBob, help me find Patrick.
I don't know.
Sorry, lad, but the carnival is closed.
Help me find Patrick, I need him! Finds Patrick. Carnival's closed. But we finish our science project and move on to the next area where we do a WWE style fight, except for when you're Patrick because he just wants to go sit on her foot and be told a bedtime story. Then we go into Sandy's dome where she's naked and SpongeBob is having a midlife crisis. And then we gotta play that one level from Super Mario Sunshine. I don't know how, but that level is like in every other 3D platformer. We gotta run through the Bat Cave that has way too much dialogue, and then Patrick's gotta throw this watermelon that doesn't have a hitbox, and then we fix the TV, I think. What show is that? Then we got this bowling mechanic that only works if you do it 9 times. Oh, there we go. It worked on the 9th try, guys. That's totally intended, I promise. And then we got this skee ball course, which is just the absolute worst. Like, I want you to picture the worst thing imaginable, the worst thing you can. It's this skee ball course because nothing's worse. That's what you're imagining. Dude, it's like, what if, come on. Then we gotta beat up this frozen shrimp. And this is why you always get fresh seafood.
It's no!
Or chicken, just get chicken because seafood sucks. We run through the cyberpunk level where we get a quick lesson in gender studies. Ah, yes, guys, the 2 genders. And then sneak into the museum and appreciate some of the modern art. And then we activate a death laser. And through this, we gotta exercise our speedrun strats. Oh, I swung down instead of up again. How does one accidentally swing, downward?
I've been a little southern elbow grease can't handle.
Oh, you know what? That was a speedrun strat, actually, because now I'm back here. See, it's called a death warp. Mr. Krabs calls us poor.
Your treasure chest's looking a bit light, boy.
And then we have such a good time going skiing. Basically time trials, and there's like no margin for error for some reason. I got it! That is until I break it. Brother, what the? And then we beat up Ice Cream Patrick. No, the other one. We move into the Seaweed camp where this fish is playing that one Mario Party minigame, and then we find out Mrs. Puff lost her kids. Again. I guess the divorce trial didn't go very well. But it doesn't really matter if you find them because they just accept that they're lost and won't leave. I guess they just live there now. And since the game is confusing, I had to do this funny and stack these Easter Island dudes this way so I could complete the level. Like, genuinely, this is one of the most confusing levels in the game, and it's bad, and the whole level gets a 0 in my book. Mermaid Man challenges us to a race that I keep failing, but that's just because my controller wasn't plugged in, and my monitor was off. Okay, but my monitor was actually off. And after that, we head over to Davy Jones' locker, because apparently we're just like friends with the dude. Like, he comes over once a week and we all play cards or something. We traverse through the ship graveyard and do some funny wall jumps like Mario, and then head over and do a dramatic Pirates of the Caribbean fight. Davy Jones double crosses us because of course he does. And then we gotta lasso his penis.
He's pulling his cock out!
But for real, why does this ghost from the underworld have less health than like Robot Patrick? How does that make sense? SpongeBob gets sleepy and then has an actual acid trip, which includes just some of the absolute worst levels in this game. Like, who thought this was a good idea? This whole level has one of the worst and one of the best spatulas in the whole game.
You're holding it.
You did it!
But after we've collected 75, it's time to move on and take on the final boss. But real quick, we gotta get this other spatula first. Ooh! We gotta shoot larger robot SpongeBob with some rockets and then literally get inside his head. And then we gotta shoot some rockets up his ear canal and then we win the game. We stomp out Plankton and wow, I actually used to think this game was good. So let me be frank. I didn't spend a lot of time playing the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I'll be honest, the point of a remaster is to create a gaming experience that captures what people loved about the original while taking away the problems from the old one. This game, although it does capture some fun from the originals, didn't fix many of the issues and even added some new ones. Some levels are incredibly fun, but others are just a pain to play. Brother, how? And whoever's idea it was to earn like 1,000,000 billion shiny pieces to be able to buy the rest of the golden spatulas has never actually play tested that and doesn't know how annoying it is. The voice acting can also be a bit atrocious at times.
They were laughing at you and calling you funny names.
The dialogue is pretty darn good, and the comedy all around is fantastic, but this is not Mr. Krabs.
I'm trying to return 3 stone tikis to this pedestal.
But I will shout out that the game does do a good job of embracing the modern memes. So overall, not even as a remaster, but just as a video game, it's probably just a decent 5 out of 10. It's fun, but it's annoying, but it's also fairly harmless. But as a remaster, I have to give it a disappointing out of 10 and just play the original on an emulator.